Hello, this is Divine Sunshine coming with your weekly. I had to kind of get some things that Jupiter 1111 was kind of telling me about one user. I had to kind of get off of my page, and I was trying to find how to do that. I was like, I don't want to bother her to ask her how you get this person off my page. But anyway, she's like, he was not nice on your page while you was doing your thing. Please make sure I thoroughly enjoy my workshops. I guess that's kind of me kind of getting out my teaching, although I don't teach this summer. I took off, which is really a rarity, but since my dharma, they said I'm an educator and a warrior, I was able to kind of get that out of my system. So I told you I was going to come back. I had to kind of go refresh myself and try to handle that situation as well, as far as getting rid of him. So I'm just going to go into the weekly. I did enough talking, so I'm going to go straight on. Hi. Hey. I'm going to was it Deja? Okay, all right. I had a student named Deja too. Yeah, I used to tease her and tell her she was my goddaughter. I had adopted her. And so yeah, and I read for you too. But yeah, so good. All right, and so then also let's see. So let's just go jump right on into it because I did enough talking this morning. So we get right on into it. Clear. And then I could go rest and maybe eat something, but I wanted to do my week energies for the week. So what's the objective that we're working with? What is most important to you? So the thing, the objective that we're working on is to be me. So in order for me to be me, what is important to us? So let's look. Oh, I know what I didn't bring out. I did not bring out, excuse me, you. Let's start from the old. Over here. Okay, so let's clear. What's on the divine feminine's heart space? I was about to say mind, really. Okay. What's in the divine feminine's mind space? I might flip it. What's in divine masculine's heart space? Woo, jeez. That's a lot. That's a lot. Ugh. Okay. Woo. Ha-ha, you thought I disappeared. I'm back. And mind space for the divine masculine. Clarifiers. Clear. Just right down the middle, because I sure will forget what I said. Heart and mind. Okay. I can't spread this. Ooh. All right, there's some goodies in here. Okay, I'm gonna put you way over here, and I think I'm gonna know who you are, because I gotta spread this out. He's got some bad boys here. Okay. You should have moved quicker. Okay, give me clarify for that one. Okay, this one. That one. So you'll sing from the last one. Rolling in the deep. And you played it. And you played it. Hey, woo-wee, that's a lot right there. I'm gonna keep on getting rolling in the deep. Okay, all right, here we go. This is that one. Do not mix with that one. Okay, so we got a lot of talking. Okay, so sit down on this one. So in heart space for the divine feminine, we have true love. Okay, this romance is of one of a lifetime. Let's see what's happening. So you kind of coming to the point that you're kind of tired of round and round. This one is also represented in the traditional tarot as the wheel. So the things are turning. Okay, you're causing the turning. Probably your thinking, what's happening in your heart space, all those things are causing things, wheels to turn. And so you kind of, to me, when I said it, always remind me of number 9, which is like an ending of a cycle, to get ready to prepare, like Brian McKnight, to go and start back at 1. You know that beforehand you had been fighting, or you had not been in that heart space of knowing that it's no place like home. You're feeling like almost like Dorothy in the Wizard of Oz. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. So you feel pretty much, in order for you to experience true love, you're coming to the point now that you know that, hey, this person that I have here is really my one true love. When I'm with him, I feel like I'm at home. Imagine why, because probably your third eye has been doing a lot of activation. The energies is brought that in too. Might be doing some more active visualization, daydreaming, those things. This helped you to also to get rid of the illusion about what you feel about this, your divine masculine, your divine counterpart as well. And so to me, when I look at it, it looks like it's pointing up to it. It's like you're pulling the illusions down. But she also looks like, it's like, I know what direction I want to go, and I want to go up. This is what it looks like to me, although she got a string, but it looks like she's saying, I want to go up. In your heart space, you're saying you want to make the effort. You really want this to start to happening where he's really all involved in you. His concentration and his focus and his attention is on you as well. You're at the point that you're saying, chop wood. Now, you weren't in that space at first. You're not at the point that you're saying, yeah, okay, I want to kind of get rid of some things that are dead, things that don't work. You're working on that. It's like I said about the inner child issues. Some of those things you're saying coming up and resurfaces and saying, okay, this doesn't work. You know, my thought, these habits, these addictions, these karmic things that I'm in, they don't work. I got to get rid of that. You're also saying about higher power. You've been getting the messages from the higher power. You've been pushed, just like I told you about that double dutch. You up there jumping double dutch, and you digging in your potatoes, and the angels is like, push. The universe is like, go on, stop all that kind of procrastinating stuff, and just actually just do it, like the Nike sign. You also feel like you co-creating. What you're feeling now is like, you know what, I'm in the driver's seat. This is what I'm picking up. Beforehand, I figured that, you know, it's whatever the universe bring to me, almost like Coming to America. And she's like, whatever you like, sir, whatever you like. It's like the universe is like, whatever you give me, I'll be happy. Whatever you know is going to happen. So now you're figuring now that you see now that you are in the co-creator, which means you're in the driver's seat. Now there's actually that I can make this union actually manifest with this. And so now you're seeing this because right now you know that you're feeling that, you know what, I want to run the race at this point. I want to have good stamina while I'm running after, and I'm going after what I want. I know I've got to also walk a very tightrope, a very a fine line to get what I'm going to. So that means you got to be very definite and purposeful and with intent as to where you're going. So you're going to have to get much wiser with things. You're going to have to also see that you want to start a new beginning. But the new beginning started by you looking in the past. Like going back to my video, if you did not see about the inner child wounds that you got to also deal with, looking at your family issues, how you clearing up ancestral things, ancestral things as well. So those are the things that you got to work with. And then you got to think, because right now you want to make the effort, because some of you all saying, I just been pondering, I've been thinking, I've been hoping, I've been wishing. You've been doing that for quite a while. You like, it's time for me to kind of like build some building blocks to start leveling action up and stop being in this pondering state of making the effort as far as in your heart space. You want to be optimistic. You want to stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So you're finding out, to me, when I look at this, it's like I actually have something that I can actually offer the world. I have beauty. I have my eyes on the prize now. Even by myself, I got some more knowledge about some things. I'm seeing here with the color manifestation that I'm really able to manifest things. I'm being a master manifester as well. So, you know, things are blossoming and blooming. You're really reaping in the fruits of your labor as well. in your heart you want to become more optimistic, because really you're talking about the sea of love. You've been kind of bouncing around this kind of emotion. I feel like whoever I'm reading for this one is like you didn't really have a purpose. You just kind of bouncing around. Now it seems like to me with the energies this week, instead of us bouncing around divine feminines, we're going to actually have a purpose and intent and know a direction that we actually want to go. Now she's got her head down. Now in some ways, some of us are still riding this and we still kind of a little down about some things. Maybe that's what the energies kind of bring is like, I know I feel purposeful and I feel intent as to where I want to go, but something about us that we're still going to have a little depression, a little downness that's going to kind of follow us as we go along with that. I'm gonna jump over to the masculine and I'll go over to that. So in the heart space for the divine masculine, we have open. He feels he wasn't in that mind space, but right now he wants to open his mind, keep an open mind. Your soulmate or your twin differs from you in your usual type of or expectations. He's coming to the point that he's able to see you. He's able to see that you have this nice flow and rhythm to life. Uh, he's feeling that you have some agility. I'm picking up this thing when it comes to things happening with you, and he likes that when you in life, you land no matter what. It's just like the cat, wherever life throws you, you know how to make lemonades. And something about that, he's like, I admire that about her. But at the same time, he's figuring you're hiding something as well. When I see that mask on there, it's like everything doesn't seem, it isn't appearing as it seems as well. I think another reader I read said about that mask, what it also means too. Not hiding something, not illusion, but it's something. It might come to me, and I think it kind of maybe goes with that as well. We have now he knows that you're his soulmate. Just like you saying, "Oh, this is my true love." I can think of the true love. You're the one I'm thinking of. Your love fits me like a glove. True, true love, baby, I love you. Remember that Madonna song? I might be messing up this lyrics. Does it surprise you? No. But anyway, so that's what you have there. That he really feels that you're really his soulmate, and you saying, "Oh, I feel that you really my true love," and so he's kind of still on this idea, like he's saying, he's still on this like it's something there. I can't put my finger on that. I ain't 100% sold on this. It's like I I know she is. It's different, but I can't put my finger on as to why I have this pull or why I love her so. And it's gotta be something. Somebody gonna drop the other shoe on me, because this is like really too good to be true. Okay, so this is really what he's kind of feeling at this point. That's why I say he's like, it's something. Somebody gonna come behind me. It's like you got punked. You thought that was your true love? Nah, man, you got pumped. So they think in some kind of way somebody from the scene, behind the scenes, is going to let's see anybody talking. We're gonna okay. We're gonna start being able, Queen. Hey, yeah, I knew. Hey, Queen. Hey. We're gonna be starting to saying no. So this is causing this fork in the road kind of thing. But in part of him, he's like, I'm tired of this monkey business. And at the same time, I want to say this monkey has a fork in his hand. And so he's like, I really want to stick a fork in it. I'm really done on this kind of like straddling kind of idea, like this fork, like maybe I should go left, maybe I should go right idea. In his heart again, he has new love. Okay, now he wasn't in that heart space. He's now this week he's going to start moving into that energy of saying, I'm looking at you in a new way. I see you out there on your hustle, your grind, you're working out there. I'm seeing you bringing in your bountiful harvest from the field because you're out there in the world. You got your things. And the part of me is like, you know what? I want to bow down and honor you about what things that I'm seeing you doing. I might not give you your props or your credence or whatever, your high fiving you about this, but I'm just gonna let you say something within me makes me feel like I need to humble myself about really what you bringing to the table. Okay, so this is what's bringing up this new love here. He knows in some ways within himself emotionally, it's been bringing up, and that's what it's because the heart feeling is like it's never in the story. I just keep on thinking. My communication is off. I know it's time. Time is ticking. The hour sands of the hourglass is kind of going. So are the days of our lives. That's playing a part as well. Hi, Lori. And so that's causing a problem as well. So this makes him say, I need to mend something within my heart. He wants to mend two ways. He wants to mend things with himself emotionally, his divine feminine within himself, and then he wants to also heal things with the divine feminine as well. He wants to cut some of these cords. How is he going to do that? He's sitting on top of this saying, I got to start cutting some cords. Some people that don't belong, kids, some people that don't belong are supposed to be there. Hey, Christina. So, and not supposed to be here as well. So, those things, he's getting to the point that he said, in order for me to have this new love, guess what? Like I told you last time in the reading, somebody got to go. Somebody got to be shown the door. Like, okay, physically, like, there go the door, and let's kind of, like, go there. You got to get rid of it. Whether it's karmic things, person, place of things, those are the things that have to be shown the door, actually, with him. But those are the things that's where he's at in his heart space. Also, he has separation. Now, he wasn't thinking about separation hard, but he's like, right now I'm at this point, I'm thinking about separation real hard. But however, in order for me to get this separation, I'm still serendipity, which is I'm still waiting for this fated event, for divine time to step in, for me to get this signal to say, yeah, right now it's like saying it ain't time yet. So right now he's saying I'm going to have to push, coast, kick, push, and coast. Right. He's going to have to go ahead, kick, push. It's push, kick. No, it's kick, push. He's going to have to wait and coast for him to be able to do that. So he's got to rest. He's like to me and say, I got a point here, a little point in between as far as time. It's like I just got to say, hey, how you doing? On that one. And so you've got to get to Miyoshi. Am I saying it right? Hey, Miyoshi. You've got to get to the point that he's got to just kind of like rest. It's to me, I feel like he's powered so at this point with his thinking and in his heart that he's like, I got to kind of just rest. He's got to think clever. I think he's right. He's resting. He's kind of thinking of his plan because I see a fox here. He's got to deal with some of these illusions that's going on with himself, with the outside, how I'm seeing this situation. He's got to do that. Oh, that's all right. Hey, you on for the rain. Oh, okay. So yeah, so no, Okay, so you have to, so this in order for him to do that, and you know what, you want him to do this because he said right now I'm building blocks. I'm building my blocks emotionally. You don't want him to do it no half-ass, excuse my French, kind of way of doing it. You want him to kind of like take his time in building those blocks, making sure he's got a firm foundation. And this is why he's saying, especially when he's getting ready to separate. Now I'm picturing that this is probably separating from the karmic situation. I want to shuffle and say, who are you talking about as far as what you will do investigation where I look into that and see what is he talking about, because I want to investigate this a little bit more about why it's going on as far as him, as why he feels like he wants to separate. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. His heart space he has very soon. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you soon. Yeah, it's coming. And if he don't do it, I feel that the divine, like I said, is going to give him that push. It's going to get right behind his behind and just say, push by, yeah, out there. You know, do something. You know, even if you fall on your face, do something. But you can't sit there and just be standing there and stay stagnant. This ain't what we really sent you down here on earth for. You got to do some type of movement. And so he knows that, but he's in a space. I want to say this is twofold. This is a fork in the road. He's moving out of the space of saying not being so conflicted in chaos, but at the same time he's telling me I'm in some chaos and some conflict, which right now is kind of stopping me from doing that forward movement and very soon action as well. And so that is an issue that's happening for him. It's like he's like, I want it to be. I see this. I'm thinking about a way of doing this, like out the box. That's not really like the usual way how you get from point A for point B, or the usual way how to get out of this separation. I'm gonna pick like a different way, a real way that like they ain't gonna see me when I make my move, and it's gonna be like out of the box, and it's gonna be kind of like, you know, like, what, he gone, he for real, you know, I ain't never see it coming. So this is the way in which he says he wants to kind of work at. It's like it's gonna be a way that is like nobody would even think about how he can make this forward movement, okay, out of this chaos and conflict that he has. He says he feels like, again, several things is coming from this. He feels like in some ways he's saying, I gotta make my move very soon, because I feel like you, divine feminine, feel like you being orphaned. Like I done put you up on pedestal some kind of way in the 50 and say we gonna do X, Y, and Z when we get down to earth, and I ain't uphold on my end of the bargain. So I feel like I done iced you. I done left you out there in the cold. I can feel you losing power. You being some of the divine feminines like, sure is, I'm losing power. I'm trying to keep hope alive, but I'm kind of losing power. And so at that time, it's just like, yeah, he's like, I put her up there. I got to save her. I got to do like with Ponzo. I got to get her from up there at that tower, and I got to save her and get her out of there. Okay, so that's what's in his heart space. In the divine feminine's thing, let me see, I can pick on this one. On the divine feminine, I wish you just stay out there. Okay, on the divine feminine, what you're thinking in your mind space is healing family issues. Well, we just talked about that. If you went into my inner child, or you watched my video talking about family issues that we've got to kind of heal, that kind of came up with when I did that reading. And I told you how we're able to, as divines, we're supposed to be working on that some way, some of us, and healing the bloodlines. That's something biggie thing. Some of this stuff is stemming with some kind of male relative that's in it, because like I told you, my mom talking about, you always talk about your daddy. You know, everybody got other issues. They got uncles, they got grandfathers, cousins, things that are brothers. So you got to deal with whoever it is that stems back from this male relative. When I look at this picture, I always say it stems from this age that this child is to this age right here. So somewhere, look in your thing, do the inner child work, watch my video. Yes, it's shameless plug, to go and look and see between these two time periods, where did the inner wounds happen. Do that visualization, or sit down and do that journaling and ask yourself, when did my trauma hurt, or when did this issue that started with this with this masculine, not divine masculine, with this masculine, where did it start? And then let the inner child just start talking about what it is, because right now is an issue as far as you being able to connect. And with the idea of having a soulmate, which soulmate is not in, we talk about twins, which is a penguin, which is represented. Penguins are the ones that are able to mate for life. They don't look for anybody else. So whatever this family issue that you're having here, this with this inner child wound that you got to heal, is causing you to have, going back to my video, some trust issues, some really belief of being consistent, to really be saying, okay, I can be vulnerable in this situation with this divine masculine, learning that he's the only one for me, feeling at home. He's causing issues. You got to go back and you got to go and heal those things. Also, it's causing you to have this kind of back and forth where you're in between worlds, you're straddling again. But in some ways, once you heal it, it's going to be able to help you stop from this black and white, everything looking like blah, to being able to see everything in living color. Whatever that, how did that, some in living color. I can see the fly girls. You can do what you want to do in living color. So when you're doing that, you could be able to do that, to be in living color. So you live from this and moving into in living color. Okay, now you also have in your mind space, you want to retreat. You still in there. I think you had that last time when you wanted to retreat. In that sense, you want to be retreat because you want to find and get some answers. When I look at this, like the why, I need some answers. I need some answers as to what's going on with this inner child. I need to have some answers about what's going on with myself, and I need to have the answers about what's going on with the divine masculine as well. Okay, in your thought space here, you have here, it is safe for you to love open your heart to give, receive the highest energy of all. So you want to also go to the point in which he wants to feel like he is safe to love. He knows that you kind of going at it, kind of getting to the destination of where you all need to be as far as on this twin flame journey a little faster than him. He's kind of taking his time. He's sure-footing it, which means to me he's taking it one step at a time. You're getting assistance to me by spirit. It's kind of getting you there. The angels are with you. And you got to remember that he does not have, some of these divine masters, does not have that assistance right now. But he knows also that him being safe to love, that he wants to finish this symphony. He wasn't in this kind of place where he wants to finish the journey with you. He does, because that's going to open him up to having a whole new world, helping him to understand the keys of life, the rhythm of life, the flow of life. He knows he wants that. So that's why he's got to open himself and be vulnerable to love. Tick-tock, he knows that it is time. Time is ticking. It's elevating. It's floating away. He knows he's got to release some things in order for him to get that lift off into the next level of his journey. He knows also that he wasn't in it before, but now he's in the energy that he wants to really discover himself. But he wants to discover himself very slowly, unravel these new things and gifts and things that he has to offer as far as in his emotions. So that's what he's thinking as well. And then he knows that he needs to clean up. He needs to become like this stag, become very firm in it, kick up the dust, things behind him, because he's making some forward movement, clean up some things in the ether, clean up some things spiritually wise that he's got to do in order for him to cross the finish line. Okay, what things clear? What things is the divine feminine hiding this week, that she's got some shadow work that she's got to deal with? And what is divine masculine have to work with? I have to open up this door and temper some of this here. Well, this last week, divine feminine, you got to deal with anger and change. Some things that you're bound by and you're angry with and you're chained to. You've got to deal with those. We got to learn how to kind of deal with that. I deal with that again with the inner child thing. We talked about that. Some things that we're chained and bound about. The thing that you have to work at the end about some of these addictions, bad habits, things of that nature. The illusions, if you're in a karmic situation, those things. That's what you got to work with, your shadow of working with. Let me see, make sure I'm 29. Anger is not the road to clarity. It's not a controlled effort or a cold dish. It is raw, primal, explosive. It is the loss of reason, the loss of restraint. A bomb burning bright in black color. A wax seal carefully crafted to be immediately broken. But anger is also freedom. How can you break a single thread woven with a million others? How can you unfurl yourself from a bad situation, letting all the rest unchained? It doesn't work like that. When you need to break free, you need to shake and shout, and more things will be broken than just what you want to hurt. They are like a bundle. You can target, but you cannot choose. Break many to break one. Save one to save many. Start with yourself. Again, to me, when they say break that, start with yourself, you in turn will save your divine masculine, and then in turn you'll be able to be a light worker to save the world. But you got to deal with this anger here that's going on, because it's very explosive. Some of you all is get to the point it's consuming you. You got to break that chain. I say break every chain, break every chain. You got to do that. For the divine masculine, you have the child I was meant to be. You too got some inner child things that you have to do. To me, it's like starting from the bottom. Now we here. Starting from the bottom. Now my whole teams here. So you got to start from the bottom. You got to work your way from that point on, as far as being able to germinate and let things grow naturally. This is what I'm picking up, and then from it being from my hands, to me is also saying maybe things might not grow naturally. It might be grow supernaturally, like out of the blue. I don't know how that even came about. But you've got to be able to go back to your child, start with a clean slate, Go back to that innocence. Go back to what you picture yourself to be when you was a grown up and start from there. I don't need to on that one. I know this. Artificial heart, because again, to be, you going around, you faking it till you make it. And this is really, you just going around, just going through the motions, or whatever kind of karmic situation that you're in right now, divine masculine, and you know you've got this kind of start. This looks half robotic. This is just like I just plug in the information. I just do what it do. I just go to work, come home to the karmic. I don't have no feeling. I ain't really invested into this situation. I'm just going through the motions. This is exactly what you are going through, divine masculine. And this is what you're hiding. You know, you got to get out of that mode. Okay, that's what we're hiding. Let's go on into what is the thing you had to surrender this week, because you know I always like some things that we got to kind of work with. And I'm going to investigate about the separation. I got to remember that. Clear. Hey, Brown, yeah. For divine feminine. And the divine masculine. What is things we got to? Okay, divine feminine. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Okay. So speak your needs and be true to yourself. Yeah, if you want to go ahead and make this ever, don't worry about what everybody else is saying. You know, he's my true love. And they like, but he didn't drop you for the time. He would drop you like Shaniqua at the club. And you were this, that, and that, looking like a fool, girl. And you won't go back to that. You know, he's like, but that's my true love. So, you know... Forget about what you got to prove to anybody else. You know, this week you're going to find yourself kind of working with that. Maybe some things might surface and you say, I'm trying to, in my heart space, try to keep very optimistic about some things. Also, when you're trying to deal with these healing, these family issues too, don't worry about what everybody else is like. You know, your uncle was good to you. And you're like, yeah, you don't know how good my uncle was to me. He was beyond the good that you talking about. That's a little too good. That's kind of good I don't really want on part of. So you know, watch it. You know, you got some of those moms that might be in denial about what happened between you and Uncle Ray. You like, you know, Uncle Ray used to come in my room at night and, you know, was feeling me all inappropriately. But Uncle Ray, this your mom said, but Uncle Ray was helping us out, because a lot of times I ain't had no money to make it and stuff. So she's trying to suppress you. And, you know, after a while, you like, well, okay, she right. We did have hard times, and maybe I go on ahead and just forget about what Uncle Ray. No, you know, I'm trying to hear this. I got to go on ahead and acknowledge the hurt, acknowledge what he did. You know, mine is what you talking about. Bump that, you know. So, like I said, you just got to kind of get over that surrendering to people pleasing, whichever way it is. If you talk about the divine masculine, or if you talk about trying to heal these family issues. And then surrender to the wisdom in your body. Listen to your body's messages about a person or a situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. That makes sense to me, because maybe some kind of way, say every time Uncle Ray come around my stomach, I feel like I want to throw up. I mean, I feel nauseated. You know, okay, well, that's something that's saying your body is telling you, you got to get rid of that feeling. You got to really speak your truth. It's like, blah, blah, your truth out. Rather your mama agreed with it or not, and say Uncle Ray was good to us or whatever. You know, I got to speak my truth regardless, okay? So that's something that you got to pay attention to your body. And also with these energies that's going on now, we're at the point, and clear. Let me know about the divine feminine, what divinity powers that we need to work with, especially with the energies that we're working with now, between these two things that we have occurring. We're going to feel tired. Honor that when your body says, I'm tired today. Okay, well, we're going to take a little nap before we go out today. Hey, so that's what you have to do. How we going to do that? We got to become a goddess of wisdom. We got to be wise about some things, because that's going to help you. I see the owl here, you know, and I see a scroll. We might have to go back into the past, like it say, healing and things, and looking at some habits and things and ways we did things, and way other people treated us as well, so we can be able to make that effort to really stay optimistic, to be able, and that's why we need to retreat, like I said earlier, retreat to be able to become this goddess of wisdom. Well, the energy is we got to become a god of sensuality, which means in our thinking, we got to be okay with the skin we in. Okay, we got to be able to, like I said, when I show you, look at him, you got got hooves, but he got a six-pack. Like, baby, I'm working with what God put me together is. You know, he's like, oh, okay, if I don't pay attention to your hooves, you kind of sexy, you know. So work with exactly what you actually have. You know, be okay with the skin you're in. Be okay with your the way you express yourself. That's what, to me, when it says sensuality, how I express myself, my spirit, my energy, all those things. Be okay with that. Again, like I said, you forget about you wanting people please, because you say, man, child, baby, I'm feeling myself today. You know, you ain't gonna knock me. Like I said, Uncle Ray did X, Y, and Z. Rather you accept it or you understand it, Mom. But I'm letting you know this has happened. I know it is. I'm working on healing from it. I've forgiven him because whatever he's going through that time. It don't serve me to keep up with what Uncle Ray had did with me from this point on. I'm living in it now, and this is what I've got to heal from this point on. So your sensuality, and again, like you said, if you did have some kind of thing, you got to learn self-love back again with yourself, especially if this person had violated you. Like I'm picking up somebody, I don't know who it is from here that got violated in that way. You got to be able to go back to practice self-love and to heal and be okay with just your sensuality, how you express yourself, because sometimes that at that point you kind of mute yourself now too, because you're like, oh, if I did last time, maybe with Uncle Ray, when he came in the room, maybe I expressed myself a certain way and he picked up the signal like I was trying to tell him to come here. No, not in no age 9 you didn't tell him to do that. Ain't no kind of way you could express it yourself to make it seem like, okay, yeah, now it's okay for you to come in my room at night and to violate me like that. That ain't no type of signals that could happen body language that did. So now you've got to come back to yourself and figure out some ways that how you can erase that or retype or reprogram yourself to be okay with the skin that you're in. Okay, with that. Also, goddess of nurturing. Like I said, you've got to nurture yourself with whatever you're going through right now, divine feminine, especially this true love. Seems like it's always you're going against the curve. You got to make that effort. You got to nurture yourself with that, because you know you're going against, again, the current, your ideas, where you feel, what's being presented to you in the world in the 3D. You got to stay optimistic. So as you're doing this, and that's why you keep on saying, I want to retreat. In your mind space, say, I got to retreat. Kuan Yin, very soft, very powerful. So learn how to find those even balances in between, where I'm saying I'm going to be very soft with myself, but then powerful and say, no, girl, we got to push on too. We can't stay here forever. The divine masculine, what you're dealing with this week is surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. Goes back what my dad said, just go with the flow. And that's what's being presented. Then guess what? That's what we're going to have to do. Just like I said, well, we might have to let him go and take the car back. He's like, okay. He on the bed. He's like, he thought about it. He said, well, if that's what's going to happen, then let him go home and take the car back. You know, but I don't know what it is. But right now, that's at least our concerns and worries right now. My thing is, the what is means to live in the now, okay? When you can't change the situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is what it is. Like my mom said, I'm doing Eckhart Tolle right now. I'm living in the now. Forget about the past, forget about the present. Just live in the now. Especially when you're saying, you know, that you want to keep an open mind. You recognize that she's your twin. You looking at her in a new love. So that means don't look at the past at her. Don't look at the future. Look at what she's presenting to you now and create that newness in what is being presenting now to you. And especially you want to separate, it's like, okay, go with the flow until you find really this, where you talk about, I got a plan. This is why I'm whoever this divine master I'm picking up. I got a plan. I want to do it where they can't see me coming. Like it's going to be out the box and they going to be like, what? You did what? And you didn't find it separated? Oh my God, what? So he's like, he want to really kind of hit the point that he's like surprising you in so many words that like, you're going to like, oh my God, you really did leave her? I thought you was going to stay there. So right now he needs to surrender to effortlessness, which is stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So that means my dad is really here. Because that's his thing. Just go with the flow. Can you remind me to tell them that's the title for the divine masculine is go with the flow? And divine masculine between both of y'all. Can you remind me? Thank you. Because you know how I get from this and then I forget. Go with the flow. Divine masculine is finding how to go with the flow. This is what you actually got to do. and you're learning how to like really not people please. I ain't found that. The really to me is like you really trying to find how to stand in your power. Since you found out this is the true love. Okay, real quickly, I know it feel like I'm not, I'm sliding the other ones, but I really want to kind of investigate. I don't want to investigate the divine feminine. If you want to know more about yourself, go clear, get a reading for me. Remember, I got $15 for 30 minutes, but I want to see what's happening with the divine mask, because most of you all, majority of you all want to know what's happening. Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. Ooh, yeah, ooh, come on, give me another one. Ooh, no, yeah, ooh. Okay, here we go. Now, the story is the following. The divine masculine is at the point he really wants to court seriously the divine feminine, because we're trying to define what's happening with this separation thing. He knows right now this going twofold. He wants to really go after great fortune, which to me he's saying, you know, before I got my eyes on the prize, and the eyes on the prize is the divine feminine. But it also carries on, or I got confirmation. I heard my thing say, Raphael say, yes, true. Okay, he's thinking about marriage as well. But he knows he needs to become this official person. He needs to free himself from this imprisonment that he's got himself into. Although he feels very small being in this situation, he feels like he don't have too much power. And he needs somebody to come and kind of unlock the keys. We'll give him the keys to get to doing that, because he really feels, when I see the sudden wealth card, which is really saying he feels that he needs to have some kind of divine intervention, some kind of thing being poured out of him divinely, spiritually, that's kind of going to give him the direction that's going to be like jackpot 777 snake eyes, and it's going to pour out all this wealth to him so he could become the divine masculine. So this is why he said, I gotta have separation. Now I could read this in karmic way. I was like, read it karmic. Okay, because you know I'm bilingual, so I can read karmic too. So if he's in a karmic situation, he's saying that right now he wants to court you. But whatever it is with him in this marriage, I'm seeing, and it's kind of going this way. We're talking about somebody just up here. This wife is just here, and what he's in is just for show, just for great fortune, just for him to be recognized in the media, social media, amongst his peers, like, you know, like I'm the real MVP. This is what I'm picking up. So now he's in this marriage. However, he's got something pulling with him and saying, you know, I want to be stand up about this. I want to be honorable. I want to become this official person, which is still going back to the divine masculine. I want to have these honors and awards. When I step out of this, I want to step out of this like an honorable man. Okay? Because that's what he said. He wants separation. However, he still feels in prison right now. He feels too small. He's playing himself really small, and he's forgetting who he actually is, because I see things torn here, and he's got rags on, and it's like almost I get him picking up like the prodigal son. You have forgotten who you are. You are a king or a divine in this, and you got to wait until he comes back around, back into the fold, coming back into his divinity. But he's saying, I need help. I need also the divine intervention to come into play spiritually, and to be able to just kind of like just gift him this release so he can become into this divine masculine. This is what I'm picking, and this is why he wants, that's currently what's happening with him, and that's why he wants this separation. So that's what's going on. Okay, I did that. Okay, I looked into that, and so usually I look at the events. So give me one event that's going to be a catalyst this week for the divine feminine. Clear. This one appeals to me. And what is going to be a catalyst? One. Okay. Divine masculine. Okay, you're going to do your own thing. I see. Okay, so the dreamer. So divine feminine, you have the dreamer. This week you got a catalyst, a leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. You're going to see an opening some kind of way that makes you say, oh my God, yeah, it's an opportunity. I think this is going to work. I think we're going to be able to get in physical union. What is this union coming from? You're going to feel like it's coming from either you dreamed it, you're going to have the epiphany about it, you're going to daydream about it, you might actually see something. This is going to make you cause you to say, go ahead and take this leap of faith. How are you able to, for the universe to present this to you? Because your vibrations, if you keep up with, like they're saying, staying optimistic, you're retreating from things, you're healing on things, you're doing the work, guess what? This opportunity is going to present itself to you. So you're going to, when it presents itself, it's going to leap of faith. Now, what it's also bringing to me, my guys and my angel is saying, when it does do it, remember, spirit is as instant as you are. So when it presents itself, you better jump. Not no say, well, I don't know, my, because I'm thinking about, like, what about the comic? And what about his situation? And what about, no, I ain't know what about, like Michael Jackson said, what about the, everybody talking about the Earth song. So just forget about all that what about us stuff and all that stuff. Just go ahead and jump on in it. So remember, this week is going to present an opportunity, unexpected, that's going to say, ooh, like God, the heavens open, like, the heavens open, and you can step yourself right on into that for this union. So we'll look out for that. Keep it out there. Say, yeah, that's it. But in the meantime, don't sit up there and just keep on. You got to have that expectation. I'm in agreement with Jubilee 1111. So like people say, don't have the expectation. Yes. Thank you. I'm already, before it even happens, I'm going to thank the universe for presenting me this opportunity of union in physical this week for the divine feminines, for myself. I'm claiming this well. And so when that opportunity jumps, give me the courage, give me the strength, give me the power, and give me the know-how that when that opportunity presents itself, I'm going to be able to jump instantly right then and there, because I already know the universe has my back, and it's going to catch me as I fall in love with my divine counterpart. So that is what you have to do at this point. Just, oh, look, I've seen the cards move. Go on ahead and take that leap of faith. Say, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to let the universe catch my fall or whatever happens, and I'm just going to do it. Okay? Just do it. Divine masculine. What you're dealing with, you got 3 catalyst events that's going to happen this week, which is 6 of Earth, gifts of money, time and effort, new career opportunities, receiving a loan, or paying off debts. This is good. So some of you all might get some money, like you say, this sudden wealth, and you keep on wishing this. I feel them strong. Like, I pray every night that some money, some financial, because some of these, like I told my mom this earlier, I said some of us is in these divine masculines keep staying in these kind of situations because of this money situation, the greed of it. It's like I can't see nothing beyond that but just this money. I see Benjamins, hundreds, like this turning to money. I can't see you, because I'm focusing in on that. And it's causing them to be a slave to other things instead of them really having like a person. Anybody who's got that slave to money mentality is not going to be open to hear to anything, and they're a slave to anything. I'm sorry, you like it or you don't like it, but that money kind of leads you and opens you up to all kind of other stuff. You find yourself, because you want that money. Excuse me for my example. That's what I can only think about is you want that money. You find yourself selling yourself, being that's how prostitutes are. Some of it is the mind games, not being able to be strong enough mentally to say no, morally. Now I stand there, I know I need the money, but God, it got to be some other kind of way I can make this money. And you just saying, like, yeah, this is quick and easy. I can go ahead and make this money real fast. Or you hustling and you really like, I'm gonna put my life on the line by doing this, by selling this drugs at any time of night. It's just things of that nature. So to me, when you are open and you have this money things, sometimes it's at the same time, you do not have a way in which you have a reserve or really a stand for something. Like you got really a platform that's saying, no, I need the money, but I'm just not going to stand for anything. I'm standing for the true love. And just because I don't have the money and this Carmen Dana and this Benjamin in front of me, and I'm like, ooh, the Benjamin. ooh, come to me. And that's what's happening because you're so greedy with the money that you're not really seeing the forest beyond the trees, or the trees beyond the forest, or whatever way it is. You're just not being able to do that because all you're seeing is this Benjamin way in front of you. And like, wait a second, I'm selling my soul to the devil for this money? Like, no. So that's the same thing. So the money thing aspect, you want to pay off debts. Just again, back to the divine masculine. This coming along, this helps you to free up some of this thing of this bondage with this money thing, with you being in this karmic situation so a little longer than you have to. Some new career opportunities. Some of you are divine masculines are going to have somebody present you with an opportunity for a promotion in your job, which is wonderful. That's good. That's also going to help you. I seen the light. You see how I got light there? So that's good. And you might have some loans or some debts that you got to do with as well. Queen of Water, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. Uh, Relationship development to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. Maybe because the divine feminine is seeing this opportunity. Maybe, like I said, she got this dream, this intuition, this epiphany of those things. It's going to open it up for you to say, oh my God, she's opening up. And so that's going to help you to be able to take advantage of this new development of you all's relationship as well, because intuition is going to tell you to, just like the spirit is talking to her and was showing her through a dream, it's like, I think you better jump. Something's opening up, something's loosening, something's kind of freeing up for you in the divine feminine. So I think you need to do that. How you going to be able to do that is also to remember to care for yourself and others as well. So like when this money kind of thing is coming in, make sure you take some time out to kind of really take inventory of yourself, divine masculine, as well. And then also learn how to take care of others. Like don't be saying, oh, we're in the money, we're in the money. Okay, you in the money, and then you like, okay, it's just me. Not forget about the divine feminine. It's like, okay, no, learn how to kind of take care of yourself, and then also turn and start focusing in on the divine feminine as well. And then another event that's going to happen is 7 of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, choose your battles wisely. Again, I keep on feeling very strongly, whatever this financial thing is you're going to find yourself fighting with yourself ego wise. Your ego is like, nah, okay, yeah, we got our money, but I think we still, since the spirit is still blessing us where we are in this common situation, I think maybe I can stay a little longer. It ain't that bad. She ain't hit me upside my head. Like, no. So at this point, what you need to do is, again, stand your ground in your morals, rather this money wise, or either, like I said, stand your ground in the decision to say, I need to separate. Okay, I want to experience this soulmate. My soulmate has called me in. I want to experience this new love. Also knowing that it's safe for me to love, and I need to stand in my morals, stand my ground, and become very grounded and say, this is actually what I want. Self, no. This, I'm taking care of myself. I'm making the conscious effort and the choice to say, I want to be with my divine feminine. I want true love. I want that. I want this new love. I don't want to stay here with this old love, with the same old love. Say 365 days of the year, I got the same old love, baby. Hey, no, we ain't doing no need to Baker on this and getting the same old love again. So I want some new love. Okay, like Jody White, I'm looking for a new love, baby, a new love. Yeah. Okay, so that's what we want. Let's wrap this up. Doing real good. It's 53. Okay, good. So last one, clear. Oh, what's the energies we're moving into? That's why I made it slip right on out my little hand there. What's the energies? We got 1 hour. Clear. What's the energies that we should be moving towards next? Our future energies. Just give me one card, please. Clear. One card. Be obedient, please. One card. Thank you. Queen of Water. That's our energies that we're moving into. Queen of Water. This is beautiful. Look like to me we're taking a deep dive into our heart, into our emotions. Yes, water is heart. Feelings move things along. Okay. All right. So we have compassion. So we're moving into this energy. throughout this week and to the end of the week, which is Queen of Water, compassion, emotional security, generosity, self-love and self-care, healer. I am comfortable in my own skin. I love, cherish. Didn't I say that about your divine feminine earlier, about being comfortable in your own skin? I love, cherish, and nurture myself. I am the best friend to myself. My relationships with others reflect my security in knowing I am always worthy of love and respect. I heal myself so I can be the change I want to see in the world, and so my compassion can inspire others. That's the same thing for both. Okay? For divine feminine, divine masculine, these are the energies we're moving towards this week. This is like the overall energies that we're doing. Okay, let's wrap this up with a nice big red bow, like the Lexus commercial. December to remember. Okay, but maybe that might be a reason why I say that. So December, for this group that I might be reading for, what's happening in December is going to be something to remember. So divine feminine, I want to say to divine masculine, and what is divine masculine? I want to say to the divine feminine. Okay. That's right, I don't have a thing on this one. Woo, you got quite a bit. Okay, so divine feminine wants to say to divine masculine. Well, I didn't say throw it. Do something for someone else. Give your attention to someone else. You know what, this, when I picked this up, and I picked this up very strongly, she's saying kind of move out of that narcissistic tendencies and ways. I know we dislike, and I dislike when I see it too. When I see that narcissism, like, damn. So my thing is like, you know, kind of like looking towards self and just seeing, you know, how me healing myself is helping to better myself, my divine feminine, the world, maybe family members, and everything else. Especially I want this new love, because some of you all have like this, to me, the same thing, like I say, the vulnerability, some distrust things. So you've been very self-protective mode, and you hold up barriers as well. So to me, it looks like, to me, like, do something else. Draw your attention off of just yourself, and just really seeing, what is my healing that I'm practicing and doing at this point? How is that is the betterment of the good for all that's involved? Okay. Also, the divine masculine wants to say to you, honesty is essential. Be loving person. It is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So while you're trying to be you and be optimistic, just remember at all times to be honest with not only yourself, the divine masculine said, but be honest with others, and be honest with me as well. I mean, because have integrity. If you be honest with yourself, you're able to keep, like I said, about that healing thing with the Uncle Ray situation, about that, you know, like I said, surrender. Stop being people pleasing. If you're going to practice doing that, the divine master say, I heard the reading, I'm sitting there listening along, then yeah, do that. Be honest. With all things, be honest and practice integrity in what you're doing this week. Then he says, actions speak loudly. Express your love through your actions. Again, if you know, again, you're healing things, you want to stay optimistic. I'm going back and reviewing again. You want to make that effort. You know that he's your true love. You want to retreat, then he's like, okay, make sure your actions back up with what's coming out your mouth or what you're thinking. Okay. And then also he's saying love makes the difference. Love can heal past hurts and provides a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. Again, if you practice self-love first, that will all filter out into everybody else that's around you as well. Okay. So let's look at what asks and shall be given. Forgot about that one. Clear. Okay, right on out. So what should we be asking? Collective, and it shall be given. The most powerful law in the universe. The most powerful law in the universe. Let's see. Every thought vibrates. Every thought radiates a signal, and every thought attracts a matching signal back. We call that process the law of attraction. The law of attraction says that which is like unto itself is drawn. Remember that, okay? So all these things that you want to draw into yourself, think about, how am I thinking? What is in my heart space? What am I speaking? What am I thinking? What am I expressing? What am I showing through my actions? Is it backing up all this stuff? Is it backing up you want separation? Okay, well, you want separation? Everything's got to back up. You want to stay optimistic. You want to start trying. You want this true love. You want to make the effort. You want to heal. You want to do those things. Guess what? All these things has got to back up what you're doing in your actions, what you're speaking, what you're thinking, what you're feeling, those things, so it can be able to draw it into making it so. Okay, so that is. And then you always know I like to talk to the angels. Last things, let's ask angels little things. What should we be working with? Clear. Both of them for divine feminine, divine masculine. What should we be working with? One card would be nice. Thank you. Ask for help. If with all anything else, like I said, that you get stuck. He was like, "I break the glass for emergencies." Ask for help. Ask your guardian angels to help you as well with this, because you need to guard your thoughts, especially while you're going into doing these things, like you're going to upper level, you want to stay optimistic. Well, you're going to have to ask your guardian angels to kind of help you. You want to make that effort, guess what? You got to ask your guardian angels to guide you and to guard you as you do this. Guess what? You want to talk to this family member that you want to help heal, or you want to within and just say, I just want to do the chair exercise while I see Uncle Ray and I talk to his spirit like that. Ask your guardian angels to help you as well. Same thing, divine masculine. You want to have to go ahead and express this new love with your divine feminine in the 3D physically. Okay, ask your guardian angels to guard you as you and guide you as you going along and to make this effort. You want this separation with this karmic that you know is crazy and is the one that's like that person, you know you're going to definitely call in your guardian angels to help you out, to get you out of that situation. Okay, so keep that and call on your guardian angels at all times. Keep me protected, because I'm going to make these moves. Although they say, you say he ain't going to see me coming, and I'm going to take this out of the box thought to kind of do this. But guess what? While you're doing this, trying to do stealth mode behind the scenes, but sometimes in order for you to be that official person that you showed me, divine masculine, you're going to have to do it upright and do everything, as my sister called it. I want to do everything in decency and in order. That's what my sister always say. Decency and in order. So you want to do everything in decent order, so that stuff don't come and bite you in the booty and say, you know, you doing this kind of backward stuff. They never see you coming. Don't be too stealthy that you find yourself doing things in the karmic ways and it comes back in the booty. Okay, so that's just something to keep in mind. So, all right, that is it for me. Until next time, don't forget about my special. If you like this and you want me to get a little bit more in depth for you, remember 15 minutes for 30 minutes special. Please go make sure you go and look into my inner child wounds, especially divine feminine. They talk about healing family issues. Look into that, about trust and healing as well. And divine masculine, you can do that, because if you're trying to do this new love, you got to develop trust as well. So make sure that you keep up, with that as well too. Okay, so in next time, and then I'm also going to offer a workbook. Jubilee 1111 is going to work with me, and we're going to get this workbook together for you all to be able to do that, to pay for the workbook for my workshops. It's going to be all four. I got a series of 5, so it's 5 workshops, and that for $17.17. You can't beat that with a bat. You're going to get my PowerPoints, and you're going to also get a workbook to work with those issues. Because remember, I'm working on leadership, trust, love, bad habits, and bad habits. So make sure you get on board with that once I get that together. She's got to help me do that, okay? All right. I love you too, Christina. You love when I say yeah, thank you so much. I do practice on the radio. I kind of warm up my voice to make sure that I come down here and, I give you my best vocal experience. Now this plan. Okay, what they say, release the ego. Then somebody say that. Okay, so then next time. So I love you. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy the next week. You got your homework, things that you got to work with. You know what? I'm doing it free. It ain't no Miyoshi. It's no more. You mean for when I do the PayPal about that? Well, I'll release it, and then you can get it. And then I'll probably mid-September, I'll release all the materials for you to work on for the webinars. But if you jump on early, it'll be $17.17. So I say get advantage of that. And then when I do release it, those who didn't take advantage of the early special. That's what you talk about. The early bird special. I don't know it yet. I gotta talk to my, I call Jupiter 11 has become my manager now. I gotta talk to my spiritual manager. I just like, girl, if you don't get off of here with that, I gotta talk to my manager. And then I'll let you know. Okay, on that one when I'm gonna be able to do that. So we'll come up with a date. But I think we like mid-September. I remember we talked about that the other day when we went out for lunch. Mid-September, I'll release it, and then you can work on these things to kind of help you. So that's gonna get my get your masculine packs. No, I'm gonna say get your union on for yourself. Love you. Okay, everybody have a blessed day. Everybody have a wonderful and a week filled with, what's my saying, unexpected blessings. Oh Lord, I'm like, why I always get about unseen blessings, unexpected miracles, and miraculous breakthroughs. I always get mixed up. Why I do that all the time, anyway. So until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascended. Namaste, namago. Love you.